Welcome, dear listener. Settle into a comfortable place, close your eyes, and let the cares of the day slip away. Take a slow, deep breath, and exhale gently, feeling your body relax. Tonight, the ancient wisdom of Proverbs, inspired by King Solomon, will wrap you in peace, guiding you toward a calm and restful sleep. Picture yourself in a quiet meadow under a starry sky, where every word soothes your soul like a gentle breeze. As you listen, let these timeless truths carry you in to deep, serene rest. And now, we begin with Proverbs. Chapter 1. Here are the Proverbs of King Solomon of Israel, the son of David. These words will teach you wisdom and self-control, guiding you to understand sayings with deep meanings. They will show you what is right, honest, and fair. From these, an ordinary person can learn to be wise, and the young can gain knowledge and good sense. If you are already wise, you will grow even wiser, and if you are thoughtful, you will understand proverbs, sayings, and words of wisdom, even riddles. Respect and obey the Lord. This is the beginning of knowledge. Only a fool rejects wisdom and good advice. My child, obey the teachings of your parents, and wear their wisdom as you would a lovely hat or a precious necklace. Do not be tempted by sinners, or listen when they say, "Come, let's gang up," and cause harm for the thrill of it. They may seem well and healthy now, but their path leads to ruin. They promise riches and stolen goods, but do not follow them or do as they do. They rush to commit crimes, perhaps even murder, like a bird that sees bait but ignores the trap. They become their own victims, and the wealth gained from crime robs them of life. Wisdom calls out in the streets, where crowds gather, in marketplaces, and near city gates. She speaks to all, saying, "How much longer will you cling to foolishness? Why sneer at knowledge? Listen as I guide you and share my thoughts. You ignored me and refused to listen, rejected my advice, and paid no heed to my warnings. So, when trouble or distress surrounds you like a whirlwind, I will not answer when you call. You will search for me but not find me, for you refused to. Learn and respect the Lord. Now you will face the consequences of your choices, weighed down by your own schemes. Sin and self-satisfaction bring destruction to fools. But if you listen to me, you will be safe and secure, without fear of disaster. Chapter 2. My child, you must follow and treasure my teachings and instructions. Keep in tune with wisdom and think what it means to have common sense. Beg for knowledge, plead for insight. Look for it as hard as you would for silver or some hidden treasure. If you do, you will know what it means to respect the Lord, and you will find that true wisdom comes only from Him. The Lord gives helpful advice and watches over everyone who obeys Him. He protects those who are honest and live right, guarding their paths. Then you will understand what is right, fair and honest, and every good path you take will fill you with joy. Wisdom will control your mind, and you will be pleased with knowledge. Sound judgment and good sense will protect you from evil. They will keep you from people who plan to do you harm, those who have turned from an honest life to walk a crooked path, who enjoy doing wrong and find pleasure in evil. Wisdom and sound judgment will also protect you from the seductive words of an immoral person, someone who has broken marriage vows and left the partner of their youth. That path leads to death, and those who follow it will never return or find the way to life. Stay on the right path, my child, and let goodness and honesty guide you. The Lord will bless those who do right, and they will live in the land, but the dishonest will be removed and uprooted. Chapter 3. My child, don't forget my teachings, but let your heart keep my commands, for they will bring you many days, a long life, and peace. Never let go of loyalty and faithfulness. Tie them around your neck, write them on your heart. If you do this, both God and people will be pleased with you. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and don't rely on your own understanding. Think of Him in all you do, and He will guide your steps. Don't think you are wise in your own eyes. Respect the Lord and turn away from evil. This will bring health to your body and strength to your bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth and the first part of your harvest. Then your barns will be full, and your wine vats will overflow. My child, don't reject the Lord's discipline or resent His correction. For He corrects those He loves, just as a parent corrects a child. Wisdom is worth more than silver or gold. Its value is greater than precious jewels. Nothing you desire compares with it. Wisdom brings a long, peaceful life, riches and honor. Its ways are pleasant, and its paths lead to peace. Wisdom is a tree of life to those who hold it, and those who keep it are blessed. The Lord created the earth with wisdom and set the heavens in place with understanding. Don't withhold kindness from those who need it when you have the power to help. Don't say to your neighbor, "Come back later," when you can help now. Don't plan harm against your neighbor who lives trustingly beside you. Don't argue just for the sake of arguing, and don't envy those who do wrong, for the Lord detests the dishonest but is a friend to those who are good. The Lord's curse is on the wicked, but He blesses the home of the righteous. He mocks those who mock, but gives grace to the humble. The wise will receive honor, but fools will be disgraced. Chapter 4. My child, listen closely to my teachings, and you will be wise. Don't turn away from my words. When I was young, my father taught me, saying, "Hold on to my words with all your heart, keep my commands, and you will live." Get wisdom and insight. Don't forget or turn away from my teachings. Don't abandon wisdom, and it will protect you. Love it, and it will keep you safe. The first step to wisdom is to value it above all else. It will guide you and give you life. Follow the path of wisdom with all your heart, and don't stray from it. Avoid evil paths. Don't even go near them. Turn away and keep moving forward. Those who do wrong follow a dark path, not knowing what makes them stumble. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, growing brighter until the full day. My child, listen to my words and take them to heart. Keep them in your sight, for they bring life and health to your whole body. Above all, guard your heart, for it is the source of life. Keep your words honest and stay away from deceit. Look straight ahead and keep your eyes fixed on the goal. Plan your steps carefully, and your path will be secure. Don't turn to the right or left. Stay away from evil. Chapter 5. My child, listen to my wisdom and pay attention to my insight, so you may practice good judgment and speak with knowledge. The words of an immoral person are as sweet as honey, smoother than olive oil, but in the end, they are bitter as poison, sharp as a double-edged sword. Their path leads to death, straight to the grave. They don't think about the path of life and wander far from it. So, my child, listen to me, and don't ignore my words. Stay far from such a person. Don't even go near their door, otherwise you will give your strength to others and your years to someone cruel. Strangers will take your wealth, and all you've worked for will belong to another. In the end, you'll groan in regret when your body wastes away, saying, "Why didn't I listen to instruction? Why did I reject correction?" You'll hate yourself for not obeying your teachers. Be faithful to your spouse and find joy in the one you married in your youth. Let their love satisfy you always and be captivated by their charm. Why be swayed by someone who is not yours, my child? The Lord sees everything you do, watching all your paths. The wicked are trapped by their own sins, caught in the ropes of their evil. They die for lack of self-control, lost in their foolishness. Chapter 6. My child, if you've made a promise you can't keep or guaranteed someone's debt, you're trapped by your own words. Don't let this hold you down. Go, humble yourself, and plead to be released. Don't rest until you're free, like a deer escaping a hunter or a bird fleeing a net. Learn from the ant, you lazy person. It has no leader, yet it works hard, gathering food in summer to prepare for winter. How long will you sleep? When will you get up? A little sleep, a little rest, and poverty will sneak up like a thief. A worthless person stirs up trouble, spreading lies and sowing discord. Their heart plots evil, and their feet rush to do wrong. But disaster will strike them suddenly, and they will be broken beyond repair. The Lord hates these things: a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that kill the innocent, a heart that plans, evil feet that run to do wrong, a liar who spreads false stories, and anyone who stirs up trouble among family. My child, keep your parents' teachings, tie them close to your heart. Their wisdom will guide you, watch over you, and speak to you when you wake. Their instruction is a lamp, their correction a path to life. It will protect you from the seductive words of an immoral person whose flattery leads to ruin. Don't desire their charm or let their glances sway you. Such a person's path ends in poverty and shame. Chapter 7. My child, hold on to my words and treasure my teachings. Keep my commands, and you will live. Guard my instructions as you would the pupil of your eye. Tie them to your fingers, write them on your heart. Say to wisdom, "You are my sister," and call understanding your closest friend. They will keep you from the immoral person, from the one whose words are seductive. I looked out my window and saw a young man, naive and lacking sense, walking near the house of an immoral woman at twilight. She met him, dressed boldly, with a cunning heart. She was loud and rebellious, never staying at home. She grabbed him, kissed him, and with a brazen face said, "Come, let's enjoy love until morning." With her smooth words, she led him astray, and he followed her like an ox to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a trap. Unaware it would cost him his life. My child, listen to me, and don't turn away from my words. Keep your feet far from her path, for her house leads to death, her ways to the grave. None who go to her return or find the path of life. Follow the way of good people, and stay on the path of the righteous. The upright will live in the land, and the honest will remain, but the wicked and dishonest will be removed. Chapter 8. Doesn't wisdom call out? Doesn't understanding raise her voice? She stands at the crossroads, by the gates, and in the streets, speaking to all. Listen, for I have trustworthy things to say. My words are true and right. They are more precious than gold, better than the finest silver. I walk the path of justice, leading those who follow me to wealth and honor. The Lord created me at the beginning, before the world was formed. I was there when he set the heavens in place, when he marked out the horizon on the sea, when he established the clouds and the fountains of the deep. I was by his side, rejoicing in his creation, delighting in humanity. Now, my children, listen to me, for those who follow my ways are blessed. Hear my instruction and be wise, don't ignore it. Those who seek me daily find life and favor from the Lord, but those who miss me harm themselves, and those who hate me love death. Chapter 9. Wisdom has built her house, set up her 7 pillars, prepared a feast, and sent out her servants to invite all. She calls from the highest point in the city, "Come, you who lack sense, enter my home." She says, "Come, eat my food, drink my wine, and leave your foolish ways to live and walk the path of understanding. Whoever corrects a mocker invites insult. Whoever rebukes the wicked gets hurt. Don't correct a fool, or they will hate you, but correct the wise, and they will love you. Teach the wise, and they grow wiser. Instruct the righteous, and they gain knowledge. Respecting the Lord is the start of wisdom, and knowing the Holy One brings understanding. Wisdom will give you a long life and add years to your days, but folly is loud and foolish, knowing nothing. She sits at her door, calling to those passing by, "Come, you simple ones, enter here." She says, "Stolen water is sweet and secret. Bread tastes good." But her guests don't know her house leads to death, to the depths of the grave. Chapter 10. These are the Proverbs of Solomon. A wise child brings joy to a parent, but a foolish one brings grief. Wealth from crime doesn't last, but honesty saves from death. The Lord provides for the righteous, but starves the wicked. Lazy hands bring poverty, but hard work brings wealth. A wise person gathers in summer, but a fool sleeps during harvest. Blessings crown the righteous, but the wicked hide their violence. The memory of the good is a blessing, but the name of the wicked fades. The wise accept instruction, but a babbling fool falls. Honesty leads to safety, but deceit leads to ruin. Hate stirs up trouble, but love covers all wrongs. Wisdom brings life to its owner, but folly's punishment is endless. The hope of the righteous brings joy, but the wicked's dreams perish. The way of the Lord is a refuge for the good, but destruction. For the evil, the righteous will never be shaken, but the wicked won't last. Honest words are like silver, but the heart of the wicked is worthless. The righteous guide others, but the wicked lead them astray. Feel the peace of these words settle over you. Rest now as we continue with Proverbs chapter 11. The Lord hates dishonest scales, but he loves accurate weights. Pride leads to disgrace, but humility brings wisdom. Honesty guides the good, but deceit destroys the crooked. Wealth is useless on the day of wrath, but righteousness saves from death. The good person's honesty clears their path, but the wicked fall by their own evil. Righteousness rescues the honest, but the unfaithful are trapped by their greed. When the wicked die, their hopes die with them, and their dreams come to nothing. The righteous escape trouble, while the wicked take their place. A hypocrite's words harm others, but the wise are saved by knowledge. When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there are shouts of joy. A generous person prospers. Those who refresh others are refreshed. Hoarding grain brings curses, but sharing brings blessings. Those who seek good find favor, but those who chase evil find trouble. Trusting in wealth leads to a fall, but righteousness grows like a green leaf. A kind person benefits themselves, but a cruel one brings trouble. The wicked earn deceptive wages, but the righteous gain a true reward. Let these soothing words wrap around you. Breathe deeply and rest as we move to Proverbs chapter 12. Whoever loves instruction loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is foolish. The Lord favors the good, but he condemns the wicked. Evil cannot make you secure, but the righteous. Stand firm. A virtuous spouse is a crown, but a shameful one is like rot in the bones. The plans of the righteous are just, but the advice of the wicked is deceitful. The words of the wicked lie in wait for blood, but the speech of the good rescues them. The wicked are overthrown and gone, but the house of the righteous stands. A person is praised for their wisdom, but a perverse heart is despised. Better to be humble and work hard than to boast and have nothing. The righteous care for their animals, but the wicked are cruel. Those who work their land have plenty, but chasing fantasies leads to poverty. The wicked desire evil gains, but the righteous yield good fruit. The evil are trapped by their own words, but the righteous escape trouble. Good people are rewarded for their words, and hard workers get what they deserve. Fools think their way is right, but the wise listen to advice. A fool's anger flares quickly, but the wise ignore insults. Honest words bring life, but a deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. Feel the calm of these words guide you. Rest now as we continue with Proverbs chapter 13. A wise child loves discipline, but a mocker doesn't listen to rebuke. Good people enjoy the fruit of their words, but the desires of the wicked are violent. Whoever guards their words protects their life, but those who speak rashly come to ruin. The lazy sluggard craves but gets nothing, while the diligent are fully satisfied. The righteous hate falsehood, but the wicked bring shame and disgrace. Righteousness guards the honest, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. Some pretend to be rich but have nothing, while others act poor but have great wealth. A person's riches may ransom their life, but the poor hear no threats. The light of the righteous shines brightly, but the lamp of the wicked goes out. Pride leads to conflict, but those who take advice are wise. Wealth gained hastily dwindles, but those who gathers little by little increases. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a desire fulfilled is a tree of life. Whoever despises the word brings destruction on themselves, but those who respects the commandment will be rewarded. The teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning people away from the snares of death. Good sense wins favor, but the way of the unfaithful is hard. Every prudent person acts with knowledge, but a fool flaunts their folly. A faithful messenger brings healing, but an unreliable one causes trouble. Feel the peace of these words settle over you. Breathe deeply now and rest as we move to Proverbs chapter 14. A wise woman builds their house, but a foolish one tears it down with her own hands. Those who walk in uprightness respect, fear the Lord, but those who are devious despise him. A fool's mouth brings a rod to their back, but the lips of the wise protect them. Where there are no oxen, the manger is clean, but abundant crops come from hard work. A truthful witness does not lie, but a false witness breathes out lies. Scoffer seeks wisdom and finds none, but knowledge comes easily to the discerning dot. Stay away from a fool, for you'll find no wisdom in their words. The wise plan their steps carefully, but fools rush into folly. Fools mock at making amends, but goodwill is found among the upright. The heart knows its own bitterness, and no stranger shares its joy. The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the upright will flourish. There is a way that seems right to a person, but its end is to the way of death. Even in laughter, the heart may ache, and joy may end in grief. The faithless will be repaid for their ways, but the good are rewarded for theirs. The simple believe everything, but the prudent consider their steps. The wise fear evil and turn away from it, but a fool is reckless and careless. Let these soothing words guide you into calm. Rest now as we flow into Proverbs chapter 15. Gentle answer turns away wrath, anger, but a harsh word stirs up anger, strife. The tongue of the wise commends knowledge, but the mouths of fools pour out folly. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere, keeping watch on both the evil and the good evil. A soothing tongue is a tree of life, but a perverse one crushes the spirit. A fool spurns their father's discipline, but whoever heeds correction shows prudence. The house of the wise holds great wealth, but the income of the wicked brings trouble. The lips of the wise spread knowledge, but the hearts of fools are not upright so. The Lord detests the sacrifice of the wicked, but the prayer of the upright pleases him. The Lord hates the way of the wicked, but loves those who pursue righteousness. Discipline is harsh for those who forsake the path, but whoever hates correction will die. The Lord sees even the depths of death and destruction so surely. How much more the hearts of humans? A mocker resents correction, and avoids the wise. A joyful heart makes a cheerful face, but a sorrowful heart crushes the spirit. The discerning heart seeks knowledge, but the mouth of a fool feeds on folly. All the days of the oppressed are wretched, but a cheerful heart has a continual feast. Better a little with the respect, fear of the Lord, than great wealth with turmoil. Better a simple meal of greens with love, than a lavish one feast with hatred. A hot-tempered person stirs up conflict, but the one who is patient calms disputes. Let these words of wisdom cradle you in peace. Breathe deeply and rest as we move to Proverbs chapter 16. The plans of the heart belong to a person, but the answer comes from the Lord. All a person's ways seem pure to them, but the Lord weighs the spirit. Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. The Lord has made everything for its purpose, even the wicked for the day of trouble. He detests the proud heart. Be sure of this, they will not go unpunished. Love and faithfulness keep a king safe. Through love his throne is made secure. The king's heart is in the Lord's hand. He directs it like a stream of water wherever he chooses. The Lord loves justice and fairness, and those who do right find favor. A king's wrath is a messenger of death, but the wise will appease it. When a king's face brightens, it means life. His favor is like a cloud bringing spring, rain. How much better to get wisdom than gold, to choose understanding rather than silver. The highway of the upright avoids evil. Those who guard their way preserve their life. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Better to be lowly in spirit among the humble than to share plunder with the proud. Whoever heeds instruction prospers, finds prosperity. And blessed are those who trust in the Lord. The wise in heart are called discerning, and gracious words promote instruction learning. Prudence is a fountain of life to the prudent, but folly brings punishment to fools. The heart of the wise makes their words persuasive, and their lips promote knowledge. Gracious words are like a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the body. There is a way that appears right, but in the end it leads to death. The appetite of the laborer works for them. Their hunger drives them on. Let these gentle words wash over you. Rest now as we continue with Proverbs chapter 17. Better a dry crust with peace than a house full of feasting with strife. A prudent servant will rule over a disgraceful son and share the inheritance as one of the family. The crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. An evildoer listens to wicked lips, and a liar pays attention to a destructive tongue. Whoever mocks the poor shows contempt for their Maker. Whoever gloats over disaster will not go unpunished. Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their young. Eloquent words are unfit for a fool, and more so lying lips for a noble person. A bribe is seen as a charm by those who give it. They think it brings success. Everywhere they go, whoever covers an offense seeks love, but those who repeat it separates close friends. A rebuke impresses a discerning person more than 100 lashes a fool. An evil person seeks only rebellion. A cruel messenger will be sent against them. Better to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than a fool bent on folly. Evil will never leave the house of those who pay back evil for good. Starting a quarrel is like breaching a dam, so drop it the matter before it breaks out. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, the Lord detests them both. Let these words of wisdom guide you into calm. Rest now as we flow into Proverbs chapter 18. An unfriendly person pursues selfish ends and defies sound judgment. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. When wickedness comes, so does contempt, and with shame comes disgrace. The words of a person's mouth are deep waters, but the fountain of wisdom flows like a bubbling stream. It's not good to be partial to the wicked and so deprive the innocent of justice. A fool's lips bring them strife them, and their mouth invites a beating. The mouths of fools' mouth is a trap of their own undoing, and their lips are a snare to their soul very lives. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels. They go down to the innermost parts of a person. One who is isolated seeks solitude, but a friend who sticks closer than a sibling brother is rare and true. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city. They imagine it's a wall too high to scale. Before a downfall, the heart is proud, but humility comes before honor. Answering before listening is folly and shame. The human spirit can endure in sickness, but a crushed spirit who can bear it? The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wisdom wise seek it out. Let these soothing words cradle you in peace. Rest now as we move to Proverbs chapter 19. Better to be poor and walk in integrity than to be a fool with crooked lips. Zeal without knowledge is not good. Haste leads to missteps. A person's folly ruins their way, yet their heart rages against the Lord. Wealth attracts many friends, but the poor are deserted by their neighbors. A false witness will not go unpunished, and a liar will not escape. Many seek favor from the generous, and everyone is a friend to a gift giver. A poor person's siblings, family may hate them, and their friends stay far away. Chasing words leads nowhere. Whoever gains wisdom loves life. Those who cherish understanding will prosper. A false witness will face punishment, and a liar will perish. Luxury doesn't suit a fool, much less a servant ruling over princes. Good sense makes one patient, and it's glorious to overlook an offense. A king's rage is like a lion's roar, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A foolish child is a parent's ruin, and a quarrelsome spouse is like a constant dripping. Houses and wealth are inherited, but a prudent spouse is from the Lord. Laziness leads to deep sleep, and an idle person goes hungry. Whoever keeps commandments keeps their life, but those who despise their ways will die. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them. Feel the gentle wisdom of these words wrap around you. Rest now as we continue with Proverbs chapter 20. Wine is a mocker, and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise. A king's wrath is like a lion's roar. Those who anger him forfeit their lives. It's honorable to avoid strife, but every fool seeks a quarrel. The lazy don't plow in season, so they find no harvest. The purposes of a person's heart are deep waters, but one with insight draws them out. Many claim unfailing love, but a faithful person is hard to find. The righteous led blameless lives. Blessed are their children after them. A king on his throne separates truth from lies. The Lord's lamp searches the spirit, revealing the deepest thoughts. Love and integrity keep a person safe. Their throne is upheld by righteousness. Youth is the glory of the young, and grey hair the splendor of the old. A sound rebuke drives out evil, and discipline purifies the heart. Let these words guide you into deeper calm. Breathe deeply and rest as we move to Proverbs chapter 21. The king's heart is a stream in the Lord's hand. He directs it wherever he pleases. Everyone thinks their way is right, but the Lord weighs the heart. To do justice and righteousness pleases the Lord more than sacrifice. Haughty eyes and a proud heart are the sin of the wicked. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, but haste brings poverty. Wealth gained by lies is fleeting, leading to death. The Lord loves justice, and those who act uprightly are his delight. The wicked may be strong, but the righteous will stand firm. A quarrelsome spouse is like a constant dripping on a rainy day. Restraining them is like holding the wind. Whoever pursues righteousness and love finds life, prosperity, and honor. The wise scale the city of the mighty and bring down its stronghold. Whoever guards their mouth and tongue keeps trouble at bay. The mocker seeks trouble, and their reckless heart finds none. The righteous give generously, even to their enemies, and the Lord blesses them. The Lord detests differing weights, but honest scales please him. Let these soothing words settle over you. Rest now as we flow into Proverbs chapter 22. A good name is worth more than great riches. Respect is better than silver or gold. Rich and poor have this in common. The Lord made them both. The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the price. Humility and respect for the Lord bring wealth, honor, and life. The path of the perverse is thorny, but the upright guard their way. Train a child in the right way, and when old they will not stray. The rich rule the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Whoever sows injustice reaps trouble, but the generous find blessing. Those who share their bread with the poor are blessed, and their kindness endures. Drive out the mocker, and strife will cease. Quarrels and insults will stop. The pure in heart love gracious speech, and the king befriends them. The Lord's eyes protect knowledge, but he frustrates the words of the faithless. The sluggard says, "There's danger outside," and stays. Inside, a wise person plans well and prospers, while the hasty fall short. Don't exploit the poor or oppress the needy, for the Lord will defend them. Let these gentle words guide you into peace. Rest now as we continue with Proverbs chapter 23. When you dine with a ruler, be mindful of what's before you, and restrain your appetite. Don't crave their delicacies, for they may deceive. Don't wear yourself out chasing wealth, it can vanish quickly. Don't eat with a stingy person or desire their food. They'll begrudge every bite. Their words may seem kind, but their heart is not with you. Wisdom spoken to a fool is wasted, like words in the wind. Don't cheat a neighbor or take advantage of the trusting. The Lord hears their cries and will not forget. Apply your heart to instruction and your ears to words of knowledge. Don't withhold discipline from a child. Correction won't harm them, but will guide them. A wise child brings joy to a parent's heart. My child, let your heart rejoice in following my ways, and don't envy sinners. Don't let your heart be swayed by wine or gluttony, for they lead to poverty. Listen to your parents, and don't despise them in their old age. Buy truth and wisdom, and never sell them. The righteous will stand firm, but the wicked will fall. Stay far from those who lead astray, for their path ends in ruin. Feel the calm of these words wash over you. Rest now as we flow into Proverbs chapter 24. Don't envy the wicked or desire their company, for their hearts plan violence, and their lips speak trouble. A house is built by wisdom, established by understanding, and filled with treasures by knowledge. The wise are strong, and knowledge increases their power. Seek good advice before acting, for wise guidance leads to victory. Wisdom is too high for a fool. They have nothing to say in the assembly. Whoever plans evil is a schemer, and their folly leads to sin. If you falter in times of trouble, your strength is small. Rescue those headed for death. Don't say, I didn't know. The Lord, who weighs the heart, sees all. Wisdom is sweet to the soul, and those who find it have hope. The wicked may rise, but they'll fall, while the righteous stand firm. Don't gloat over your enemy's fall, lest the Lord see and disapprove. Don't fret over evildoers or envy their success, for their future is dim. Respect the Lord and the King, and don't join rebels, for disaster strikes suddenly. Don't testify against your neighbor without cause, or deceive with your lips. Don't seek revenge, saying, I'll pay them back. I saw a sluggard's field, overgrown with thorns, its walls broken. Laziness leads to poverty, like a thief in the night. Let these words soothe your heart. Rest now, as we continue with Proverbs chapter 25. These are more Proverbs of Solomon, compiled by the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah. It's the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the honor of kings to search it out. The heavens are high, the earth is deep, and a king's heart is unsearchable. Remove impurities from silver, and a vessel is made pure. Remove the wicked from the king's presence, and his throne is secure. Don't seek your own glory before a king, or take a place of honor uninvited. Better to be invited up than humbled before the noble. Don't rush to court with a dispute. You may lose and face shame. Settle matters privately with your neighbor, and don't betray another's secrets. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in silver settings. A gentle rebuke from the wise is like a gold ring or fine jewelry. A faithful messenger refreshes like snow in summer. Boasting of unfulfilled gifts is like clouds without rain. With patience, you can persuade a ruler. A soft tongue breaks bones. Don't overindulge in honey or seek your own honor too often. A person without self-control is like a city with broken walls. Let these gentle words guide you into peace. Rest now, as we move to Proverbs chapter 20. Like snow in summer or rain in harvest, honor is unfit for a fool. Like a sparrow or swallow that flits, an undeserved curse doesn't land. A whip for the horse, a bridle for a donkey, and a rod for the fool's back. Don't answer, fool, according to their folly, or you'll be like them yourself. But answer wisely, lest they think themselves clever. Sending a message by a fool is like cutting off your own feet or drinking poison. Like a lame person's legs, a proverb in a fool is useless. Honoring a fool is like tying a stone to a sling it won't stick. A proverb in a fool's mouth is like a thorn in a drunkard's hand. Like an archer who wounds at random is one who hires a fool or passer-by. A fool returns to their folly as a dog returns to its vomit. Do you see someone wise in their own eyes? There's more hope for a fool than them. The sluggard says, there's a lion in the road, to avoid work. As a door swings on hinges, so the lazy turn in bed. A fool buries their hand in the dish, but is too lazy to eat. They think they're wiser than 7 sages. Like grabbing a stray dog by the ears, meddling in others' quarrels brings trouble. Fools' jests and lies spark fires, kindling strife and harm. Without gossip, quarrels die down, like a fire without fuel. A quarrelsome person is like charcoal on embers, keeping conflict alive. Let these words calm your mind. Rest now, as we flow into Proverbs chapter 27. Don't boast about tomorrow, for you don't know what it will bring. Let others praise you, not your own lips. A stranger, not your own mouth. A stone is heavy, sand a burden, but a fool's provocation weighs more than both. Wrath is cruel, anger a torrent, but jealousy is worse. Open rebuke, better than hidden love, is better than love concealed. A friend's wounds are faithful, but an enemy's kisses are deceitful. A full stomach loathes honey, but a hungry soul. Any bitter thing tastes sweet. Like a bird far from its nest, so is a person far from home. Perfume and incense gladden the heart, but a friend's friends. Sincere counsel cheers the soul more. Don't forsake your friend or your parent's friend, and don't go to your relative's house in trouble. A nearby friend is better than a far-off kin. Be wise, my child, and gladden my heart, so I can answer those who scorn me. The prudent see danger and hide, but the simple go on and suffer. Take the garment of one who backs another's debt, and hold it tight. A loud greeting early in the morning feels like a curse. A quarrelsome spouse is like a constant drip on a rainy day. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Whoever tends a fig tree eats its fruit, and those who guard their master are honored. As water reflects a face, so one's heart reflects the person. Death and destruction are never satisfied, nor are human eyes. A crucible tests silver, a furnace gold, and praise tests a person. Crush a fool in a mortar with a pestle, and there folly won't leave them. Know your flocks well, and tend your herds, for riches don't last, and crowns fade. Feel the peace of these words settle over you. Rest now, as we continue with Proverbs, chapter 28. The wicked flee, though no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion. When a land rebels, it has many rulers, but a wise and knowing leader brings stability. A poor person who oppresses the weak is like a driving rain that ruins crops. Those who forsake the law praise the wicked, but those who keep it resist them. Evildoers don't understand justice, but those who seek the Lord grasp it fully. Better to be poor and honest than rich and crooked. Whoever keeps the law is a wise child, but a glutton's friend shames their parent. Those who gain wealth by interest or profit from the poor, amass it for another who will be kind to the needy. Whoever turns from the law, their prayer is detestable. Leading the upright astray brings a curse, but the honest inherit blessing. A rich person is wise in their own eyes, but a poor person with discernment sees through them. When the righteous triumph, there's great joy, but when the wicked rise, people hide. Whoever conceals their sins doesn't prosper, but those who confess and renounce them find mercy. Blessed are those who always respect the Lord, but the stubborn fall into trouble. Like a roaring lion or charging bear is a wicked ruler over a helpless people. A tyrannical leader lacks judgment, but one who hates ill-gotten gain will live long. Whoever is burdened by bloodshed flees to the pit. Let no one help them. The blameless walk securely, but the perverse falls suddenly. Let these words guide you into deeper rest. Breathe deeply and rest now as we move to Proverbs chapter 29. Whoever remains stubborn after many corrections will suddenly be destroyed without remedy. When the righteous rule, people rejoice. When the wicked govern, they groan. A child who loves wisdom brings joy to a parent, but a fool's friend wastes wealth. A king's justice strengthens the land, but one who takes bribes tears it down. Those who flatter their neighbor spread a net for their feet. The evil are snared by their own sin, but the righteous sing and rejoice. The righteous care about justice for the poor, but the wicked have no such concern. Mockers stir up a city, but the wise turn away anger. If a wise person disputes with a fool, there's only rage or laughter. No resolution. The bloodthirsty hate the blameless, but the upright seek their good. Fools vent all their anger, but the wise hold it back calmly. If a ruler listens to lies, all their officials become wicked. The Lord gives sight to both the poor and their oppressor, for he made them both. A king who judges the poor fairly will have a lasting throne. Discipline and correction give children wisdom, but an unruly child shames their mother. When the wicked thrive, sin increases, but the righteous will see their downfall. Correct your child, and they'll give you rest and delight your soul. Without revelation, people run wild, but blessed are those who keep the law. Let these soothing words wrap around you. Rest now as we flow into Proverbs chapter 30. These are the sayings of Agur, son of Jakeh, an oracle. I am weary, O God, and worn out. I am not as wise as a person, nor have human wisdom. I haven't learned wisdom, nor do I know the knowledge of the Holy One, who has gone up to heaven and come down, who holds the wind in their hands, who wraps the earth waters in a cloak, who set the earth's foundations. What is his name, and his son's name, if you know? Every word of God is pure. He's a shield to those who trust in him. Don't add to his words, or he rebuke you and prove you a liar. I've asked 2 things of you, Lord. Don't deny me before I die. Keep falsehood and lies far from me, and give me neither poverty nor riches, but only my daily bread I need. Otherwise I might have too much and disown you, saying, Who is the Lord? Or I might become too poor and steal, dishonoring my God's name. Don't slander a servant to their master, or you'll be cursed and found guilty. Some people curse their father, and don't bless their mother. They're pure in their own eyes, but filthy in truth. Others have greedy eyes, lofty, and proud, teeth like swords, devouring the poor from the earth. The leech has 2 daughters, give. 3 things are never satisfied, for never say enough. The grave, a barren womb, dry earth, and fire that never stops burning. The eye that mocks a father or one who scorns a mother will be pecked out by ravens and eaten by vultures. 3 things amaze me, no 4 I can't grasp: an eagle's path in the sky, a snake's way on a rock, a ship's course in the sea, and a man's way with a young woman. An adulteress eats, wipes her mouth, and says, "I've done nothing wrong." 3 things shake the earth, for it cannot bear: a servant who becomes king, a fool filled with food, an unloved woman who marries, and a maid who displaces her. Mistress, for small things are wise. Ants store food, hyraxes hide in rocks, locusts march in order, and lizards slip into palaces. 3 things move with majesty, for walk with grace: a lion, a strutting rooster, a goat, and a king with his army. If you've acted foolishly or planned evil, stop yourself. As churning milk makes butter, and twisting a nose draws blood, so stirring anger sparks strife. Let these gentle words guide you into peace. Rest now as we continue with Proverbs chapter 31. These are the sayings of Agur, son of Jacko, an oracle. I am weary, O God, and worn out. I'm not as wise as a person, nor have human wisdom. I haven't learned wisdom, nor do I know the knowledge of the Holy One, who has gone up to heaven and come down, who holds the wind in their hands, who wraps the earth waters in a cloak, who set the earth's foundations. What is his name, and his son's name, if you know? Every word of God is pure. He's a shield to those who trust in him. Don't add to his words, or he rebuke you and prove you a liar. I've asked 2 things of you, Lord. Don't deny me before I die. Keep falsehood and lies far from me, and give me neither poverty nor riches, but only my daily bread I need. Otherwise I might have too much and disown you, saying, "Who is the Lord?" Or I might become too poor and steal, dishonoring my God's name. Don't slander a servant to their master, or you'll be cursed and found guilty. Some people curse their father, and don't bless their mother. They're pure in their own eyes, but filthy in truth. Others have greedy eyes, lofty, and proud, teeth like swords, devouring the poor from the earth. The leech has 2 daughters. Give. 3 things are never satisfied, for never say enough: the grave, a barren womb, dry earth, and fire that never stops burning. The eye that mocks a father or one who scorns a mother will be pecked out by ravens and eaten by vultures. 3 things amaze me, no 4 I can't grasp: an eagle's path in the sky, a snake's way on a rock, a ship's course in the sea, and a man's way with a young woman. An adulteress eats, wipes her mouth, and says, "I've done nothing wrong." 3 things shake the earth, for it cannot bear: a servant who becomes king, a fool filled with food, an unloved woman who marries, and a maid who displaces her. Mistress, for small things are wise. Ants store food, hyraxes hide in rocks, locusts march in order, and lizards slip into palaces. 3 things move with majesty, for walk with grace: a lion, a strutting rooster, a goat, and a king with his army. If you've acted foolishly or planned evil, stop yourself. As churning milk makes butter, and twisting a nose draws blood, so stirring anger sparks strife. Let these gentle words guide you into peace. Rest now as we continue with Proverbs chapter 31. As the gentle wisdom of Proverbs has flowed through you, let your soul drift into serene stillness. Picture yourself beside a tranquil river, moonlight dancing on its surface, carrying every worry far away. These words, like stars in the night sky, will linger in your dreams, bringing deep peace and comfort. Take a slow, deep breath and exhale, feeling your body completely relax. Your shoulders soften, your mind quiets, and your heart fills with gentle calm. There's no need to hold on to anything now. Simply rest, sinking into a deep, restorative sleep where all is peaceful and safe. The timeless teachings of King Solomon and the wise have guided you tonight. They will stay with you, whispering of light and goodness, even as you slumber. May you enjoy a restful, profound sleep filled with renewal. Let go and float gently into the embrace of the night.